God, Kevin, I'm done with it. I don't know, man. I'm just tired. How are you?
I'm still alive. Can't complain too much.
Excellent. So, stuff.
Stuff has happened.
Stuff has happened. Stuff we should probably talk about.
I mean, where do you want to start?
Run the titles. And welcome to another episode of Radio Redux here from Last Minute Continue. I am, of course, Kevin, and this particular week I am joined by my very good friend and member of the video game industry, Josh Urtheart College. Hello. I gave you the turbo intro. I gave you the full, the full.
Yeah, I don't tend to use my full name anywhere.
I know. It's just like you're just Josh or Urtheart.
More commonly Urtheart than anything else.
Yeah.
Even some people in work now call me Earth.
I mean, if that's sort of the just sort of general nickname.
Yeah, it works.
It's one of those glorious things that if it sticks, it sticks. Like Mr. Surumi at Sega was always known as Mr. T by the Western. by both Western offices, so that kind of stuck. It was like whenever there was an actual meeting about him, it was like, yes, Surumi-san. It wasn't that. It was like, so Mr. T was on the phone, and and if you didn't know, it was a really weird conversation. Like, what do you mean, Mr. T is cutting our budgets? What the hell's he got to do with it? It was like oh,
I assume the Americans just assume, he's taking over the company now. Yeah, that's about standard.
I pity the fool who listens to SEGA of America. There we go. Anyway, we're here. We've got another episode of Radio Redux for you, which will definitely contain stuff of a radio and/or Redux nature, possibly revolving video games. Has there actually been any video game? I've just been out of it this week. There's been a lot of stuff going on. Has there been any video game news? Oh, Battlefield 6! Battlefield 6 is out. Battlefield 6 is out. Excellent.
And waging war against the new Call of Duty Black Ops.
Oh, well.
Glad we got our title at the beginning of the year, so people had, 9 months to play it.
The game.
We'll get around to it eventually.
The legendary battle between Call of Duty and Battlefield. Who wins? Who loses? I don't know. I couldn't give a shit.
Neither do I. To be fair, I don't think I've ever played a Battlefield, and to be fair, the only mode I've played in Call of Duty is the zombie mode. So...
Yes, I think that's likewise. I did look up before we began.
Mm-hmm.
Just generally, I was interested. interested, young Josh, in terms of what's been going on. So I looked up video game news, and the first thing it suggested me to was GameSpot, and I think, that'd be a pretty safe pair of hands. Would be games, but oh dear God.
Considering they gutted their staff at either the end of
it
last
looks
year or
like
this year.
It looks like it. Hang on.
Well, you remember that the old expert reacts to video game guns thing? Yeah, they fired all the people associated to that, so they just made their own channel to do exactly the same thing.
Oh my God! It's all the stuff that you kind of see on newspaper stuff, or newspaper websites. So if I go on there now, it's just it's like best grower garden mutations. Next grower garden update and events. Fine. Then it's
sure.
B2G1 free Nintendo books, movies, and cartoons at Amazon. Bloodborne's 744-page complete guide is steeply discounted this weekend. Zack Snyder's Dawn of the Dead rises again with a brand new Steelbook 4K Blu-ray. I'm not quite sure what that's got to do with games, guys.
GameSpot doesn't just cover games anymore.
That's a bit silly. Call it something else then. Okay. So
at least IGN.
Can you tell what game is out? Because I'll read through just a mere selection of the last few days. Battlefield 6 Guides Hub. Best Battlefield 6 keybinds, keyboard and mouse settings. Battlefield 6 all campaign collectibles and how to find them. Battlefield 6 has no free trial for Game Pass Ultimate and EA Play members. Battlefield 6 server status. Is BF6 down? Battlefield 6 is having a massive debut on Steam. Battlefield's Wildest Tactics now has its own dog tag. Battlefield 6 player made this popular Call of Duty map before game even launched. All Battlefield 6 drops and how to get them. We're still just one day ago at the minute. Battlefield 6 generated 100 million on Steam from pre-sales report. Gen AI, we've got 2 days ago now. Gen AI, very seducing, Battlefield boss says.
I think I might have guessed what the game is. Can I take a punt?
Yes, sure thing.
Yuka Replayly.
Yes.
So that released.
I will tell you that I haven't come across that yet mentioned. So we've just hit 2 days ago.
Yeah.
Battlefield 6 release times revealed for October 10th launch.
I guess the thing you have to remember is GameSpot know who their audience is.
Hang on!
So probably
Hang on!
audience
Classic.
knows one.
Never mind all that. Classic Stephen King book set gets 50% discount at Amazon.
Yeah. Got to get those Amazon monies in from sponsorship.
Oh dear. And then we've kind of run out randomly.
Well, shall I tell
No,
you
wait!
the news
Hang on. Battlefield Day 6 Day 1 patch notes include these 200 changes and fixes.
Sounds right. Well, would you like some non-Battlefield news to go with?
Certainly.
There's a new film that's been confirmed that is video game related.
It is video game related.
Mortal Kombat 3 has been confirmed.
We haven't
Before
had
Mortal Kombat 2 is
yet.
out yet. Yep, but they've already confirmed 3 is being worked on.
They're that convinced. What's happening? Do we know what in the second film? Do we know what's happening with the random guy they shoehorned in to the first one as the movie specific character that nobody wanted? Was he?
I've not seen the first movie, so I can't really comment on
I can't remember his. I need to look it up now. Hang on. Mortal Kombat 1 film. Not 1995. Not the 1995 film. 1995 film was amazing, though. All the wrong and all right reasons, depending upon your point of view.
Look, it's made its mark on cultural history. What more could you ask for from a movie?
I mean, the whole thing, like, Mortal Kombat, that's from the film. It's not from the game. Oh God, no, not Conquest. No, what the? It's telling me literally everything but the most recent films. Like, would you like to know about Mortal Kombat? As in 1990 film? No. Okay. Would you like to know about Mortal Kombat Annihilation? No. How about Defenders of the Realm? No. How about Mortal Kombat Conquest? Remember Mortal Kombat Conquest? No, I don't. Where's the 2020? There it is. 2021 film. Thank you. Bloody hell. It's something stupid. I mean, it's Mortal Kombat. It should be, shouldn't it? But
true.
Oh yeah, it was an MMA fighter called Cole Young. I thought it was something Cole.
Okay.
MMA fighter Cole Young and his family are attacked by Bihan, aka Sub-Zero. But don't worry, kids. Special Forces Major Jackson Briggs rescues the Youngs, directed them to find his partner Sonya Blade. Have you tried just calling her? She's in the military. She's probably got a helicopter or something. Jack stays to battle Sub-Zero but loses his arms in the process. Legasp!
Oh, that's how he gets them in
this, apparently, yes. He loses his arms. Because
I was going to say, isn't Carl Urban in the next one? He's playing.
I hope so. As we have previously discussed, we like Carl Urban and we want him to have nice things.
Yes.
We want him to have nice things.
I mean, he's in high demand. So.
He is indeed in high demand. In other news, there was a little video game film that not video game film. I guess technically, tangentially, but a nice comic related one that he was involved in. It was really good, and I kind of wish had a sequel. But
so do a lot of people.
Yes,
but
including him. Let's not. Carl Urban is Johnny Cage. Now, I will say that's actually a poor piece of casting. I don't believe in Johnny Cage for a minute. No. You've missed the boat. I still think the Miz should have been Johnny Cage. I think it would have been absolutely bloody perfect. But there we go.
I do have another piece of interesting news that came out yesterday, I think.
Okay, and what's that?
Supposedly, hackers are claiming that they've breached internal Nintendo data and shown proof, which is just a bunch of subfolders.
Okay, that's great.
Nintendo haven't made a statement yet, but we'll see how that goes. Anything else worth noting that?
Oh, I can quickly give you a little addition to what's happening with with Mortal Kombat 2. The cast list is here. All I will say is that Cole Young appears quite far down the cast list now. The premise is the champions of Earthrealm, joined by Johnny Cage, are forced into battle against one another as they attempt to resist the rule of Shao Kahn, whose rise threatens the survival of Earthrealm and its defenders.
Ooh. Oh, yeah, that was the other piece of news I was semi-interested in, actually. So, this is probably going to be nothing to the younger audience, but there's a game series known as Broken Sword.
Oh, bloody hell, I haven't heard of that for ages.
It's surprising, because it had a major re-release last year.
It was advertised really well then.
I mean, it had like a big Kickstarter campaign with like a big special edition. But yeah, they re-arted all of it, so at least isn't 240 by 480 pixels. They re-released the first game last year, and they've confirmed they're re-releasing the second game next year. I need to go back and do
is it a Broken Sword series? Put the point and click.
Yes, the point and click series.
What's happened to these guys' Wikipedia then? Because it's all weird. Shadow of the Templars Reforged. Someone needs to update this, by the way. It's all over the place.
Yeah, probably.
Announced at Gamescom 2023, released September 19th, 2024. Parzival Stone. I'm very sad to hear that the star of Ready Player One has got kidney trouble. But yeah, a new game in the series announced called Parzival Stone. It will feature. That's not out yet. So,
no.
What game is it? That's
the game that's coming out is a remake of the Broken Mirror called The Broken Mirror Reforged, which was the sequel to the first game.
That is not even listed here on
That's
the
probably how
Wikipedia page. That might be why it's not done so well. It's not.
Well, here's the problem. It's this little British studio doing a game that nobody else cares about. No one's reporting on it, which is because no one cares. Like, it's weird because the main character's American as well, so you would have thought, like, I don't know. It's weird.
All I'm going to say is that it's the developers Revolution Software, which sounds a bit like a bootleg rebellion. And actually, Broken Sword, The Angel of Death from 2006, which is the fourth one, was actually co-developed by Sumo Digital.
Yep. I think that's right. I've actually never played anything other than the first two, though. So.
It sold several 100,000 copies, but received mixed reviews.
The first two games are interesting. I wouldn't call them good. They're interesting. There's some moon logic. So I can't remember where I got stuck I think I got stuck with the goat puzzle originally, which is infamous.
Sorry. You got stuck with an infamous goat puzzle, huh?
Oh, so in the original game, there's a puzzle where you have to trap a goat that if you try and get past him, will just punt you in the crotch. And you have to. It's essentially a timing puzzle. But there's never been anything else in the game that is a timing puzzle up to that point. So it's like, it just doesn't make sense.
For some reason, in my head, when you said that, I just immediately imagined the puzzle with the fox, the chicken, and the grain. And in my head, I was like, so there's a fox, there's a chicken, and there's grain, and there's also a goat, and you've got to get them over now. And then my brain went, wait, how would that actually work in practice in the puzzle? What? Doing what?
One of the other moon logic puzzles is like, oh yes, how do I rappel down a cliff? Oh, I know. I'll get this really sturdy branch and tie toilet paper around it.
Of course.
That famously holds the weight of a grown adult.
It's strong, soft, and thoroughly absorbent.
And you're not the only one that uses it to climb down. Someone else climbs down afterwards as well.
Oh, God.
Yeah,
it's oddly appropriate, this, because the entire series, apart from the second game, apparently, is to do with the Knights Templar.
Yes, the second game is a different mythology, more Mayan and stuff. But then it was like, oh, it wasn't as popular. Why not? Oh, because everyone only cared about Templars. So bring back the Templars for the next game.
If only you had utilised the power of Ezio Auditore, everything would have been wrapped up neatly, at least in 3 games. 3 games, the DS game, which nobody remembers. I
think the DS game was just a remake of the original, but it had like a bonus chapter to try and...
There was an Altair tie-in thing, I think, as part of it as well. Quick, shove Altair in it. He'll do well. Yes, he did so well. We've basically relegated him to...
Yep.
Altair, the face, the franchise. Nope. Nope.
Oh, that's the other one. The Olympic Committee have decided to... their whole idea on NFTs didn't go down so well, so now they've partnered back up with someone.
Yes, well, this is the thing, you see, because people forget that the only people that weren't happy with the success of Mario and Sonic was the IOC. They were furious.
Yeah.
Because doing the Olympic game, and I use that accurately, the Olympic game, That itself doesn't make any money, but it's one of those things that always needs to be done. It's just a thing that needs to be done. Nobody wants to go, and it's also very, very dependent on how well it sells. It's entirely dependent upon how well your country did within that particular Olympic Games. If they're doing well, unsurprisingly, and this is also the problem with what the slight problems with when they did like the World Cup football game, and also there's been European versions as well for the UEFA Championship and everything else.
We should probably swing back to that in a minute, but yes.
Yeah, but it very much depends on how well you do. So when Marion Sonic actually went and made oodles of money, they were really, really angry.
Yeah,
and it really was, how dare this be a success? And okay,
it's like what?
But the reason
surely you wanted to be a success.
Well, yes, that's why Sega got the license.
Yeah,
because Sega proposed, wait, if you do this, we've had a chat with Nintendo, and we could then do this, so you'd actually get 2 streams of revenue. And they absolutely, and because Mario Sonic just destroyed the other Olympics game, they were just still furious, absolutely furious. The IOC, and now guess who's come crawling back?
Yeah, they've had to partner with all the popular characters: Sonic, Tails, Shadow. I'm forgetting the 5th one.
Green Amy.
Yes. No, Green Amy's the 4th one. Who's the 5th one? Eggman? No.
No. Who was it?
Knuckles?
Must be Knuckles.
Yeah, it must be Knuckles. Knuckles is red, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, Shadow's black, Knuckles is red.
They couldn't think of another character who was green.
Yep.
So they took Amy, and it was like, it was also like, oh shit, we haven't got any female characters that are green. I mean, if only you'd pull the trigger on Surge, I guess.
Yeah, the problem is, I imagine that's going to be a bit of a licensing nightmare, because while I suspect the new deal they've got with IDW means that they do technically own Surge, they'd still probably have to do some random legal mangling. But
they really need, if they haven't got it in place that they own all the frickin' characters that are created for IDW, they have learnt nothing.
I suspect it's...
So I suspect they have learnt nothing.
Well, they must have learnt something, because obviously multiple of the characters have now been in games. Admittedly,
or referred to
mostly
in
mobile
games, at the very least.
So Tangle and Whisper and Surge are playable in the mobile games.
And Tangle and Whisper were mentioned in Frontiers.
Yes. But
we'll get on to this in a second as well. Actually, as well topics I want to discuss. But
the thing I wonder is, I know there are messes between intercontinental contracts.
Mm-hmm.
So I wonder if some of it is, oh hey, here is this Japanese contract, and then the Americans gone, yeah, we'll sign that, but by the way, we're still keeping our American copyright law on these things. I mean, just from personal experience,
one law for the Americans and one law for everything else. My goodness, as if there wasn't any examples of that in the real world.
Let's not stick with that one. But yeah. I mean, they still technically have one green female character whom is, missing from the latest game, along with their 3 other partners from the 2 that are in the game, yet are still called the Deadly Six.
This is true. Xena is there.
The thing that makes me wonder is that I understand Zavok being in the game because they've got a recent model of him from Forces. Fine. Zaz, a little less, but I suppose they still do.
Zaz is the one that's crossed. Zaz and Zavok are the 2 that crossed over into being more
Yeah, like Zaz and Zavok are in some of the Olympic games,
and,
ironically enough.
Yeah, they're the ones who took the leap. Admittedly, Zaz more than Zavok, I would say, but
again, Zavok probably had the more up-to-date model.
And also the forces. The fact that he's the big boss, therefore he got utilized in forces. And
but then
ultimately the weakest dish, like Zav, when all the characters are big, he's like Zavok, and everyone just went, oh. Shadow, but then, Chaos, Metal Sonic, Well,
Chaos isn't actually. That's a good point. Chaos would have been an interesting driver, and actually, I'm not sure how that would work. How would you convince Chaos to drive a car? Just like, I don't know.
The idea of this vehicle entirely made of water with the with the Master Emerald sloshing about in the back of it, with Tikal just pointing in different directions as to where to go. Oh goodness me! Again, we're getting to this, which is the discussion point of today's show, and we're sort of there actually.
Yeah,
we're sort of there, which is is Crossworlds. Hey, it's nice that I've actually got a Sega related topic that I want to talk about. How many years has it been that hasn't been them doing something really stupid? I should probably add that caveat in, and having to come on here and go, hey, you know what they're doing with X and Y? That's wrong, that's illegal, and that's completely immoral.
I mean, yeah, but name a game company that isn't doing that right now. There we go.
EA, because they've been sold to the Saudis.
So, oddly enough, that's why I was going to mention the World Cup stuff, because it's like, oh, that's just suspiciously timed with their trying to, is it next year they're hosting the World Cup?
It's America next.
Oh, so they're after that?
I'm presumably, if the check's cleared.
I think it's already been confirmed. Let me have a look.
Was that the one where they just went, okay, it's that, without doing any of the usual stuff? You know, it was like, okay, we need the biddings here, and I think they just pretty much just went, well, it's them, without going for any of the usual rigmarole. So mysterious is them. No, but it's It's America and I think is it America, Canada, and Mexico?
I mean,
it's certainly being presented as America by parts. So,
I mean, to be fair, you're asking the person that doesn't pay any attention to football, and when people then go, "But why don't you support your local team?" I come from Cornwall.
He comes from a land down under. Everybody.
Come from a place where football generally doesn't exist. It's a rugby town.
Where pastries grow and pixies plunder.
No, Pixies is Ireland.
No, Pixies is Cornwall as well.
I mean, kind of, but
Cornish. Have I got to correct you on Cornwall? There is a whole thing about driving through Cornwall. And if you drive through Cornwall, you need to keep an eye out, because if you're going through any roads through wooded areas, you will come across at various points, if you are so lucky, various different pixie enclaves that you will see along the way from the Cornish pixies.
Maybe it's because I've been having to deal more so with the Irish law, because the recent Final Fantasy XIV update is all about the dark side of pixies, aka the original Irish law, about how, they lure humans into their areas and then kill them and transform them into their own folk.
I don't know. I'm pretty certain the Cornish one is they capture you and then turn you into either ice cream or clotted cream, depending upon how it is.
No, and then they teach you the correct way to put jam Clotted cream.
Yes. I hear tell that if you refer to a scone or scone as a biscuit, a Cornish pixie dies. So, and the only way to resurrect them is not via clapping, it is indeed by slavering them in jam.
I actually think that would be a really good D&D thing. It's like the secret way to defeat these pixies. Like,
you start using all the wrong terminology. Just like, well, this clotted cream, is it? Oh, this milk's off. Slap some jelly on that biscuit. Just waves of Cornish pixies. just old grandmother pixie going, oh no, collapsing.
No, what have you done? It's horrible.
Oh, I haven't been so insulted since the great marmalade debacle of 1912. Oh,
I pine for the days of the Devon Cornish Pixie Wars.
Oh.
the Scone Wars, as they were known.
Oh.
Oh dear. I genuinely am actually writing that down. The Devon Cornish Pixie Scone Wars.
The Scone Wars. Ah.
Scone Wars.
Yeah. Just an entire book series parodying the wonders of Star Wars, just entirely based around Cornish pixies. We have come up, by the way, with a better plot and dialogue than the entirety of the Trolls film franchise in this last 5 minutes. Oh, God. But yes, right, Cornish pixies, they're coming for you, unless they're bought by the Saudis first. It's what's established. Oh, anyway, Sonic Racing Crossworld, remember that?
No, I don't anymore.
Right. So I was gonna say, we were in the middle of the Minecraft, the festival, the takeover.
Yeah.
Not by Saudi Arabia, but by
Microsoft too.
By Microsoft. Microsoft already bought out Notch for a small nation's gross capital. Yeah, but yes, if you've played Sonic Racing Crossroads and you have tried out the second, I hope you enjoyed playing online.
Hope you enjoyed playing the Minecraft level over and over
again. It's a
I
very
think we got
good
quite
level.
Lucky last night.
It's a very good level.
Yeah.
I like how it develops. I like how it's telling. It's one of those ones that is telling a little story. And you know what is good about a little story? You only read it or hear about it every so often. Not every single time. That gets tiring.
Yes. If it had some variation, that would be quite cool, but no.
Nah. I even like that you can play it in the Grand Prix. You can play the Grand Prix and the crossover Grand Prix. Incidentally, by the way, one of my favourite bits of graphical design I've seen for a very long time is the symbol for the crossover Grand Prix, which is the two hands in the handshake, but it's creating the outline of a emerald.
Yes.
Which is really nice. And whoever is responsible for that, good on you. Good on you. Nice creativity.
I mean, eventually
Jesus Christ, there's only so many times you can play this bloody Minecraft level.
Oh god, yeah. The biggest problem I found was, certainly when I was playing on the Friday, is that I think 9 out of the 10 matches I played on that Friday, I was the only one not to pick the Minecraft level. I was the only one not in a minecart, and I was the only one not playing a Minecraft character. It's just like, is this just all of the massive Xbox fans going, we must represent. We must represent.
I will say that there's a couple of curiosities with that. Obviously, everyone's started doing weird crap immediately with the mic, yeah. But that's kind of similar. I mean, whoever it was who immediately thought, "Hey, I can put the Miku festival graphic on the back so that her hands line up over the mine cart's exhaust, so it looks like it's entirely being powered along by Miku Beam." Whoever came up with that idea, I know everyone and their mother has now started using that, but whoever came up with that first, you bloody genius, you! Like 3, 2, Miku Beam into a monster truck. Yeah.
I suppose the other interesting thing is, like, with the Miku Fest, we had, like, a unique variation, which was the, what was it? Because you had the ring race, you had the tap one, and then you had the other one.
Yeah.
Completely forgot what it is.
Tap.
It's the
salsa,
one that's not...
American
It's the one that's not available in the park. That's all I remember.
I don't know what it was.
Yeah, I can't remember. But then you got a new one. You got a new one that is the spin drift.
The spin drift one.
He's like, because I assumed it would be the same as the tap one, except you tap opponents. But no, it's how many times can you spin? Like,
which brings in its own set of tactics for that.
It does, but the problem is, like, I've seen you've got probably about 3/4 of people doing that and, like, trying to figure out, okay, how long can I drift for? When is the best place to come out of it so I can actually stay in the race? And then you've got, like, some people are just like, no, I want to be first. Fuck you all. I'm not doing the spin drift nonsense. Fuck you all. I'm just using a normal thing and I refuse to equip the spin drift. It's like, well, if it comes down to a tie, we're fucked because you've not done anything.
It really does depend on that, but you have the benefit of the Minecraft track, which is very good for the spin drift.
Yeah, although I think some of the Crossworlds are better.
Oh god, yes.
I mean, Roulette Road.
Because we were playing the other nights with the Random Genius and also the Bal as a little quartet, and Roulette Road came up, and you were the first one to realise, oh, okay, this is great. Because of course it's great. You've got big sweeping corners. You've got the fact that there's the roulette wheel, which is obviously a massive, long right-hander. You've then got that big left-hander. Actually, you've got a long chicane. You've got a really long chicane, a left-right.
The one thing that I do find interesting with Roulette Road is Roulette Road's actually been in all of the Sonic Racing games since the original All-Stars. Mm-hmm. And this is the first time it's changed. The track has not changed at all through the previous ones. And this one, they've
developed it a bit more. I like the fact that the jump up is when you go over that jump, which I'm pretty certain that jump just didn't exist in the demo, in the open network test. I'm pretty certain that just wasn't there.
I don't think I ever saw Roulette Road in the demo.
I did, but I definitely did, but I don't recall that jump up. But that sort of level above is a little reference to the hidden club or whatever it was entrance with that you had to go to for the chaotic specifically in Heroes.
Oh right, yeah.
You know that one?
Yeah, I think I know which one you mean.
Yeah, all I know is I remember that there was something to do with the club, and the chaotics either started there or ended there specifically for that one. But it was the upper route, and that's a little nod design-wise to that, which is kind of cool.
I mean, there's so many little mods in this game that are done very well. But yeah, the Minecraft Festival itself, I mean, it's been an interesting one. The problem has been just that doing the Minecraft level over and over and over again just gets a bit mind-numbing, especially
it was nice to see the upgraded tickets amounts though.
You never know, it might
60
keep
to
going
80,
up.
It might do.
I wonder if that is a direct result of something you mentioned last time, which is as soon as you got the 1,000 point reward...
It was pointless.
Yeah. So, have they done that to basically go, okay, we've got to make it rewarding enough so that people aren't just quitting out as soon as they hit 1,000? So, if people are still doing that, it might go up further. The only other thing I worry about is, because the one thing I haven't seen is, obviously the Minecraft level is actually locked.
Yes.
Unless you own the DLC. So if you don't own the DLC, how do you participate in the festival?
I thought that was free. I thought that you allowed access. I thought they said even if you didn't have the thing, you could still take part in it and sort of demo it, but you weren't able to. You weren't sort of keeping anything afterwards.
You couldn't get in the GP or anything, which is fine. I don't know if it's a case of you can't keep any of the rewards. I would have thought that would track, because obviously one of the rewards is a gadget part, which that feels unfair if only paid players can get it.
Yeah.
Like, I'd understand if it's like, oh, you can't keep any of the decals or stuff.
Yeah, no.
Surely they must let you keep stuff that's like, oh yeah, you kind of need this.
I mean,
it's something we'll see in the future, maybe.
Maybe. Speaking of other things we might see in the future, other characters.
Yes.
Curious about other characters and what they might, what other ones might turn up.
So we've got pre-confirmed. Well, technically 2 confirmed.
Yeah, we've got 2. We've got 2 confirmed. One that they're mysteriously refusing to confirm, despite the fact that it's on the box.
Yeah, and one that was semi-confirmed via one of the Tails tubes.
Yeah. Okay, so what was the one that was semi-confirmed via Tails tube?
Aye.
Okay.
Because his banana vehicle's in the game.
Oh, so there was at least a reference. I think we would be... I think there's high likelihood that any of the guest Sega characters that appeared in Riders can, and in most cases are, appearing at some point in time. I would have
thought so. I mean, let's talk about the other ones we already know about first. So, the back of the box secret character is obviously pretty much confirmed.
The back of the box secret character, yes. Yeah, I mean, it's nice that it's on there. It feels somewhat confusing that they've decided to do this.
The only reason I wonder that they've not... Because obviously, at the moment, the next 2 non-DLC ones are visible in the game. Yes. I wonder if it's just they haven't finished the new upgraded model for character yet, which is why they're not.
I mean, we can say it. So Knights.
Oh yeah, it's Knights.
Knights. It's so bloody weird that they've not put that in there. I mean, it's you can still put Knights in and just make it so that there's no date. You don't have to have a date.
Oh, it's not the date I'm wondering about. I wonder if they just haven't finished the model yet, so therefore they don't want to preview it, or maybe they've not finished the vehicle. I
think they'd be fine in terms of the model, because I mean, all they've got to do is realistically upscale or transfer over the CG model from that they had for.
Yeah, but they probably need to rebone it as well.
Yeah, but that's fine, because the one on the Knights on the box, Knights doesn't look all that dissimilar from the key art that we had for Journey of Dreams.
Yeah.
So, and the CG, the proper CG, when it got super serious in that game that we got for the cutscenes, that was always really good looking. So, I wouldn't put it past them to have lost it.
Yeah, but even then, there's still I still reckon that probably wouldn't be a high enough poly model for this new game.
Yeah.
So, but looking at the schedule, because we've got the entire year's post-launch roadmap available already. We know that there's a character coming before the end of the year other than Joker and Ichiban. I'm guessing Knights is our December/Christmas present.
We get Knights, we get a Christmas Knights festival, which allows us to not only get Knights, but we get Christmas Knights.
I think you're hoping a bit too much there, but
oh, for God's sake, change a couple of colours around. But I think you would do, if you're gonna do a Christmas one, Knights is indeed there, and it just screams, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think that makes the most sense.
Likewise, a character that appeared in at least one of the Riders games, you could see that be March-April's one, which would be Billy Hatcher.
Yes, I think Billy is less likely. Cause
Billy's less likely, but I mean, if you're going to do Easter, for the same
that's
rules.
True. I think, oddly enough, Ulala's got more of a shot getting back in. You reckon?
No, Ulala is the biggest ball ache, licensing-wise and approvals-wise, in the entirety of Sega.
Fair.
The fact that you got Space Channel 5 Part 2 within the Dreamcast collection was something of a miracle. It really is. It's to do with the approval process with the creators for Space Channel 5. But Ulala is. I mean, you can ask Sumo this about tennis.
Fair.
In terms of getting Ulala and Pudding, of course, it was the other one. It was Pudding? Was that the name of the character? Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
it's Pudding, isn't it? Yeah. But they are, because Ulala is without question the one that requires the most. I mean, different situation, I guess, with similar times for Miku, I would imagine.
Yeah.
But you get far more out of it. If there was ever an instance where Space Channel 5 and Hatsune Miku crossed over, it might take several console generations for it to appear. So Ulala's the one I actually see is the least likely by quite a distance.
I just wonder because didn't they have a VR release for it semi-recently?
They did, but that was an entire game. Actually, they had two VR games, I think. They had two. That's its. I mean, what's this? I'm getting messages from people about stuff. Is that? There's somebody knocking at the door? Is there? Go away.
It's not me, I swear.
A whole new game is different from them appearing in somebody else's game, and that's ultimately what that is. It's a different situation. Forget the other Sega characters. AI
semi-confirmed.
Ones.
Pretty sure. Beat's getting in there at some point.
Again, anniversary wise,
new game wise
on the horizon would make sense.
Yeah,
get some pre-awareness going on. I thought happening.
Someone suggested Shinobi, because obviously Shinobi's got Sonic crossover dealing. I think your issue there is there's this. Again, I don't know how it works, because technically this would have affected Ichiban as well.
Mm-hmm.
It's a bit weird doing a crossover with a game that has a higher rating.
Ichiban's goofy enough that he's fine.
Probably, yes.
If there's a way around it, then that's good. That's why you ultimately had the was it Zombio and Zombico, was it from the Japanese House of the Dead game, because they're more cartoony as opposed to G or any of the others.
Yeah, and I do think it's a shame that they got dropped after the first game. I would have liked to have seen.
We saw them. They got a cameo in the second.
They got a cameo,
They got
but I still would
married.
have liked. Yes,
Yay!
but then I would have liked. I would have liked them to be playable.
A good example of a racetrack which told a story over 3 laps, actually.
Yeah, that's true.
And they died happily ever after.
Yes. Till death do us together?
To death do something.
Right, anyway. Other Sega crossovers, we think. Because I can't really see something like... I know Streets of Rage has a new game coming. I don't know who you'd cross over. Like, I suppose Axel or Blaze.
Axel with the police car.
Yeah, but I can't see that fitting. That's the problem. Like you said, Ichiban's silly enough that it fits.
Yeah, All Stars Racing had a slightly different thing that you had. Jackie and Akira turn. Yeah, but that was the point, was that Jackie was just all like, "Yeah, we'll go racing," and Akira's behind the wheel just going, "Yeah." Yeah, all serious. It's like, you're not gonna get Rio for obvious reasons. There was a big push the other day, I think I saw on Twitter or somewhere, like, "Oh, we need Ryo Hazuki." It's like, well, you're not getting Ryo Hazuki. You're really not.
I think the big thing to point out is they already have all of this planned. Like, asking for new characters at this point is pointless because they already know exactly all the characters.
Remember, folks, Takashi Iizuka would like to work on this. He'd be happy to work on this, like you said, for every other freaking thing, People are interested in more of this. Oh, well, he'd be interested in working on this. He'd be happy to do so if the circumstance was allowed. Just like he'd really like to do you a Chow Garden, and he'd really like to do you remake the Sonic Adventure game. If only he had time, and oh no,
and they would make money.
And it's just, of course they bloody would. It's like, I saw my friend Luna playing Sonic Adventure the other day. Dear God, every time I see Sonic Adventure, it gets worse and worse and worse.
Yeah, no.
You would remake Sonic Adventure, and if they remade it accurately, everyone would be just like, "This is awful."
Yeah. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see what comes up.
Yeah, but this is the thing that I was talking with Double Cross about the other day. That with this game, it sort of operates under Generations rules, in that you have a mechanic in place whereby the standard rules don't apply. And you can sort of open to use a wrestling term, the forbidden door, in this case, via Crossworlds, to pretty much anything. And it's justifiable. It's far more open. So much like, if you ever, when it was original Generations' time, when I was telling them, look, if you're ever going to do anything with character X, Y, and Z, and bring them in, now's the time. Because you're not being constrained by canon, you're not being constrained by the rules of what have you. You're outside of time. Therefore, it's kind of whatever if you wanted to open the door to that character, now is the opportunity. You can do the same thing with Driving Smash here. And that's sort of how the Minecraft trailer was sort of operated, in terms of it was like a mysterious extra doorway to another dimension. It just so happens to be that.
I did like the fact that they did like a pre-release trailer, but they did it in Minecraft.
Yeah, entirely in Minecraft. That was the point. It wasn't randomly, oh look, here's Minecraft. No, it was Minecraft coming to thing, and that ties in again with the whole race on our level thing. Is you come to us. You come to us and turn up.
But yeah, the other thing though is like you said, this is where you can open door. I think we can go almost full circle. This is one of the few times that you could potentially. I mean, we've already got references to IDW characters.
No,
I think a lot of people...
you go with this.
Yeah.
This is your actual opportunity to say, okay, they've gone out of their way to go, other places, other worlds, other times, other, dimensions. That's the whole point of them using the Prime logo and
the
whole point is it's other dimensions and things. So if you have an open goal here to do stuff with the IDW things, with the IDW characters, and just go boom, you could, if you wanted to, turns in the direction of Sega and looks pointedly, you could, if you wanted to, actually include the Satam characters or something like that as a special thing, and you take.
Don't think they can.
But they own those specific characters in those specific things. You could do Sally and Antoine and Bunny or Rota, depending upon who you wanted to do, and you could have them as a little 3-person sort of challenge team. Could you imagine an entire community losing its shit if you get a rival dialogue with Sonic looking at Sally in a car made of like half an acorn or something? You can sort of imagine what it would look like. And
I think there is a problem with those characters.
Why?
Specifically.
Why?
Because America has granted the IP to someone else.
This is why they need better control over their IP and need to start thinking about it on a global level as opposed to a territorial level, which was fine 20 years ago, and it isn't now. You're a multimedia juggernaut in terms of transmedia focus. You should be focusing on an international scope. Get your fucking house in order. But
I will say,
assuming though that could you imagine the community losing its shit as Roger Roger's Sonic turns towards, it's like, you remind me of something. Have we met before? And then to him just going, why does that hurt? Could you imagine everyone just lose? Oh my god, no!
Now that you've suggested it, the fans will do it.
Yeah, but you've got that. You've got, in terms of other characters, we've said Xena. Xena is the most likely addition. It's like, okay, you add her then into the Team Deadly Six, which brings them up to 3.
I can't see that happening, if I'll be honest. Xena has no personality, which doesn't help.
Her personality is, oh my god, my nails.
Yes. On the other hand, there were the other 2 suggestions I've seen that seem a little bit more likely. Someone did suggest Styx.
Styx makes perfect sense for a number of reasons.
I agree.
They lent in. We're talking about Archie shit. They lent in with the Mega Man announcement to Worlds Unite and Worlds Collide, or whatever the hell it was called, and the Mega Man account was tweeting about it and was like, they were like doing like smart little references to it all.
And, the references.
And
to the
who's the one Boom character that translated over to who it was Styx.
Yeah,
Styx in canon. If we're saying that was sort of canon, Styx would know Blaze and would know all these other characters. Oh, actually, saying that about, could you imagine how pissed off Blaze would be by this airhead Xena? Blaze would lose her shit. So, if you're listening to this, you have reached the end of episode 1 of our discussion about this. There's actually going to be 2 episodes. For some reason, we just rattled on for ages about it. So we're just having too much fun just taking the piss, to be honest, about licensing Crossworlds.
Isn't that just the context of Radio Redux anyway?
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. But so if you're listening to that, tune in next week and you hear the rest of this conversation and despair. Absolutely despair about what else could be chucked into Sonic Crossworlds within licensing reason. Up next, Sega Mixer Drive listening on Radio Sega. Otherwise, me and Durf will see you next time. Bye bye for now.
Bye bye.